Okay, hi everybody who plays Astro Nest. This is SCNLANIZER here. I've decided to redo my video earlier with my top tips because the resolution was just terrible. So I'm just going to shoot through it again. I'm going to try and do it in about half the length as well, as I think 10 minutes was going on a bit too long. So my first tip originally was keep track of your honor points, as you cannot figure out how many you have based on the award system. It says here I've achieved 15,000, next target 20,000. Personally, I quite like knowing, so I keep a note in my phone with that in. But anyway, moving on to my next tip was experience boosters. As you can see here, they only last for 2 hours, so you want to make the most of them as the best use that you can out of them. One of the ways you can do that is with gifting. As you can see, I've already gifted everybody because I'm awesome. But the best time you can do that, if I bring the taskbar down here, you can see it's 12 o'clock, half 12. Best time you can do it is when just before the day refreshes. I don't know what time that is for you guys, but for me here in the UK, that's midnight. So generally about 11 PM, I will go to my inventory, I will use a booster, and then I will go back to my ally list and I will send the gifts to everybody. You can also use an experience boost Tron as well. Try and, get the most out of it as you possibly can. Once the time goes to midnight here and the day refreshes, I'll be able to send gifts again. So from one experience boost, I will get 2 gifts sent to everybody. Next next item was contribution boosters. As you can see, they only last 2 hours as well. So you want to get the most out of them as you can. Today's war is for Rayon. Daniel So has already covered the topic of war techniques. If you haven't seen the video, scroll down a bit in the Facebook page and you should see it. What we want to do is we want to use the contribution boosts during the last 2 hours of war, because what that will do is in the last 2 hours you already have a contribution boost in effect. So you will get a 4 times contribution boost effect. Very important if you're planning on going for the top 10 positions or anything like that. So in this particular instance, if I'd waited in the last 2 hours and used the boost, instead of 1535, I'll get, just over 6,000. Massive difference, I'm sure you'll all agree. Now the next tip that I had for you guys was raids. Again, I don't have any raids because I'm at the high levels now. Generally when a raid appears, it's usually there for about a few seconds before everybody comes and kills it in about 2 hits. But I can still give you the basic tip. I'm sure you're all aware that it appears in the red box, just like in the war system. You'll have the raid there, and you will tap on the raid, and then that will take you through to your fleet, just as if it were war. So let's just pretend. Let's go to the war screen and pretend that it's a raid. Right, so let's just pretend Thanatos, that's the guy I'm going to pick on here. He's our raid. Normally you'll click on him and then you will go and you'll click through to attack. We're not going to do that this time. This doesn't work in the war screen, obviously, and for good reason, but it does work in the raid screen. If you just hover over the raid that you want to use, just tap multiple times and it will stay there before coming to this screen. Now the game will register all of those taps, and when you press attack and you go and you defeat the raid, what will happen is it will take you back through to that fleet screen, the combat screen where you can press attack, instead of dragging you all the way back to the initial raid screen. So it cuts out one of the menu jumps that you have to make. Saves you a few seconds. If you're going after top damage, it's helpful. The next tip I had was hero slots in particular. Now some of the new players, you're obviously going to probably be very irked by the fact that hero slots are not expandable as you just level up. Oh, hurry up. If we scroll along here, Army of clones, there we go. So we go through to our hero expansion. Now for me, at this point, it's going to cost me 450 crystals to expand buy 5 additional heroes. The reason that is so expensive is because I already have a maximum of 45 heroes. And the game allows you to buy expansions up to 50 heroes, and then after that it won't allow you to buy any more. But anyway, yeah, going back to my original point, you start off with 10 heroes. Definitely recommend you get up to about 25 or 30 minimum. It's an investment that's worthwhile, because ultimately you will have 10 planets, as you can see here. So you're going to need 10 planet ministers. You may not necessarily have 10 governors. So you're going to have, you know, you might not necessarily get 10 governors appear consecutively for you to hire. And of course you're going to have 5 heroes who you're going to need for your fleet down here. So that's an absolute minimum of 15, but really you're going to need space to, you know, just have heroes for different purposes. Heroes for pursuit, for example, are going to be different from the heroes you're going to use in raid. Heroes in raid, for example, are going to be different from the heroes you're going to use in war. So you want to have the space. My next tip, we'll go back into our hero screen. And this time we're going to sort them out by govern. Now the tip here was related in particular to this Cosment skill. This skill, very useful for obvious reasons. Cosments are used so that you can purchase new technologies. So you need to be ideally getting in quite a nice income. Now, at the moment I'm getting 2,820. The reason that I've got that so high is because instead of focusing one Cosment hero up to Cosment skill level 10, for example, I've leveled everybody to level 5. Now in this particular skill, from level 1 to 4, it's going to give you a +1 boost to your Cosment facility, so an extra 60 per hour. But then at level 5, it will jump to +2. So you're going to be getting an extra 120 per hour. The next jump after that is going to be at level 10, where it will jump to +3 per hour. And that's going to cost you a lot of these Cosment skill LDs. And to be quite honest, it's a bit of a waste. If you can expand by 60 just by using, or 120 even, just by using a few of your LDs, it's much more efficient than to use, I think the equivalent is about 30, more than 30 LDs to get a hero from skill 5 to skill 10. So get them all up to level 5 first, and you will get a dramatically increased income. There's a look at my defense log. As you can see, I'm getting battered by the same people all the time. Not really much I can do about that. My last tip was on titles. I touched briefly upon a few of these. As you can see, it will tell you what you've got and what the next achievement is. And then of course you've got the highest achievement for that particular award, in which case they will turn gold. Generally, not all of them. Anyway, the tip was, not all of them do tell you what the next tier is. So if you want to know, change to that title. You have to have unlocked the first title for that achievement. So this is Sophisticated Ruler. We don't know what the next one is. So click Use Title, set it as your character badge, and then press Close. Don't press anything else. Just come back over here to the Manage Title screen. Press it. And bingo jingo, it's telling you what the next one is. Now if you click something else and then go back, it disappears. But it don't matter, you know now. So I'm going to take that back to the Host of Chaos. That's my favourite one. So there we go, that's just a few of the tips that I've learned since starting this game on the day of release. Hope that helps. Any other questions, let me know in the comments below. Thank you and bye.